Salutations, Utopians. Hope all is well. I'm really shocked at this Golden State meltdown conundrum last night. And let me preface my statement. I went on a whim yesterday and decided to wager on the Warriors beating the Clippers. Kawhi was out. But even with Kawhi, the Golden State Warriors are a terrible matchup for the Clippers on an X's and O's standpoint. The mere fact that last night they were down arguably a potential MVP candidate and fumbled the W at home while you're fighting to break into the 8th seed with the emerging Dallas Mavericks and their retooled roster fresh off the February 8th trade deadline. You really got Klay Thompson throwing a hissy fit to the point where Steve Kerr, who's already kryptonite is lineups. He had the FIBA World Cup USA team actually making the international game believe they're closing in on USA basketball with the lineups that he had, i.e. Josh Hart at power forward. And you got Klay pouting down the stretch. He throws him in the game. Listen, Golden State, I covered the Summer League. You can go check the track record. There is not a shortage of players at his position. And it's like, because it's Klay, you obviously in the rich history, decade long of excellence, you walk with him as he goes through the realization, the 7 stages of grief, that he is no longer who he is. But at some point, you rip the Band-Aid off and say, listen here, buddy, we got prospects who right now are better than you. Okay? I don't know if Klay Thompson would be qualified to be on the LA Sparks. You understand me? You take away him being 6'7", you make him 6'2". His skill set really doesn't do anything that moves the needle. You know, WNBA players, most of them 6'5", you're considered a giant. You're ginormous. But the audacity of him to have a fit, even when he knows he's not performing, gets in the game in the fourth quarter and blows a layup. And it's like one of those moments where you just got to be like, see, I'm telling you, it's Klay, it's Draymond and Steph Curry. Everybody else is from the past got to go. Steve Kerr, Kenny Atkinson needs to replace him. Or he needs to be coaching somewhere next year. If the Celtics fumble in the playoffs, it's championship or bust for the Celtics. They don't win, you're out. Mike Muscula, whatever his name is, Joe Mazzulla. Okay? I'm pissed, man. I don't like seeing stuff that doesn't make sense. And honestly, he's now entered the territory of Jordan Poole out here. Delusioned, false sense of grandeur. Sir, you're not him. You should be fortunate to get 10 minutes. You don't really have a place in the league. Some team desperate to turn the corner. You're only good at a certain dollar figure. 2 years, 10 million on any other roster. All right, we could use his experience. But he's not even much of a vocal leader. So it would be inorganic if he goes somewhere else. He has no leverage. The Warriors said, we'll give you 2 years, 48 mil. That's too much. And I was watching Pat McAfee's show yesterday, and the new commissioner, Adam Silver, goes on the show, and he was talking about ways to avoid dead caps and players bogarting their way out of organization franchise deals that they signed Supermax to, so they can avoid moments like Anthony Davis and have things more like Kawhi Leonard, who just re-upped with the Clippers for like 3 years, 150, something in that realm of 50 mil per year. Something very fair where he gets paid, but it's also realistic. No longer that 5-6 year deal. Those Magic Johnson 10, 12 year, 25 year deals. Those things are done, which was a brilliant business move at that time for the Lakers. But these teams that have paid guys and then later on they become dead cap situations, i.e. Chandler Parsons, are gone. And so Klay really thinks the Warriors are going to put him on a retirement pension. He's got 2 years left in his career and he wants 4 and to be taken care of, and it's just not realistic. And then you're pouting even when you're sorry. Like, you're entering PJ Tucker, Bones Highland territory where it's like, we'll just send you home. You're messing up the mojo. At some point, it goes from, we're walking with you, to like, okay, bro, to, you know what, let me do you a solid and just send you home. That's where this situation has now escalated to with the Warriors. Listen, we are going to likely have to win 2 games in the play-in because of you at this rate. You're creating a stench. You would think you would see what Jordan Poole's got going on with the Wizards and say, all right, I'm cool. I never would have seen this in a million years. I could have seen this happening. The guy who scored 63 points on 11 dribbles, the most low-maintenance dude, the greatest off-ball scorer, you could even say, one of the fiercest defender, willing to pick up any matchup, has now turned into a locker room cancer. And it's legit. This is not some kind of scripted behavior. This is to paint some narrative to garner media sales. He's really on one right now. He really thinks he's that. And it's getting to the point where this is where you need Draymond to, like, all right, don't get horse-collared. Don't get hemmed up. Get your act together, bro. Hey, I don't condone violence. Global Utopia Sports, peace, love, and understanding. I'll try to do better next time. Global, out.